Hello, Ma'am Giselle. My name is Junior Cedric Corvido from BSN 122, and my video recitation is all about the three essential topics that allows our body to function properly. These are the nervous systems, cranial nerves, the circulation of blood or blood flow, and lastly is the endocrines, glands, and hormones. The first thing that we're going to talk about, the nervous system, is the nervous system's cranial nerves. In the cranial, there are 12 cranial nerves. First is the olfactory nerve. Olfactory nerve is responsible for our smell. So think about the time that you smelled something amazing like a flower or your favorite food. That is the olfactory nerves working. Next is the optic nerves, which are responsible for the vision. They send visual information from our eyes to our brain. Next is the oculomotor, trochlear, and abducens. These three nerves work together for our eye movement. Next is the trigeminal, which are responsible for the sensation in our face and motor movements like chewing. Next is the facial nerves. As in the name facial, it is responsible for the facial expressions like sadness, happiness, scared, and so on. Next is the ventricular, which is responsible for hearing and balancing information. This balancing information is from what we hear around of us. That's the balancing information. Next is the glossopharyngeal, which is responsible for swallowing, salivation, and taste to the posterior side of our tongue. Next is vagus. Vagus has many functions. This includes the controlling of heart rate, digestion, and speech. Next is the accessory nerves. These nerves are located at our shoulders and neck. This is the reason why we can shrug our shoulders and rotate our head. And lastly is the hypoglossal, which is responsible for the tongue movement. This tongue movement is essential for speech and swallowing. And those are the 12 cranial nerves of the nervous system. Next up is the circulation or the process of blood flow in our body. Now, moving on to the circulation of blood in our body. First, the blood that has been used by our body enters the heart through two big veins called the superior and inferior vena cava. From that, the blood goes to the right atrium and through the left ventricles. The left ventricles pumps the blood to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Now that the blood is in the lungs, the blood picks up oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. Now, the oxygen-rich blood returns to the heart through pulmonary veins, then goes through the left atrium and through the left ventricles. And from that, the left ventricles pumps out the now oxygenated blood to the body to use. So, in short, in the right side, it receives the oxygenated blood and pumps it to the lungs. Now, in the lungs, the blood gets oxygenated. Now, in the left side, it receives the oxygenated blood and sends it to the body to use. And that is the simple explanation of the circulation of blood in our body. And the last thing that we're going to talk about is the endocrines, glands, and hormones. And the last thing that we're going to talk about is the endocrine systems, glands, and hormones. The first one is the pituitary glands. It is the master glands that controls other glands and is responsible or manages our growth, blood pressure, and reproduction. Next is the thyroid glands. It manages our metabolism, which impacts both our energy and weight. Next is the parathyroid glands. Parathyroid glands manages our calcium levels. Managing this is important for our bones and nerves. Next is the adrenal glands. Adrenal glands produces cortisols for stress and adrenaline for our fight or flight response. Next is the pancreas, which is responsible or manages both our digestion and hormone productions. And lastly is the pineal glands, which produces melatonin that regulates our sleep. And those are the three essential systems that helps us function in our body. Without one of those three, our body cannot function properly. And that is all for my video presentation. Thank you for watching.